Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about why content marketing needs digital PR. Now, the first point to make is that digital PR and your content is going to be essential if you want people to read it in large numbers. And that's for two primary reasons. The first being that digital PR can drive traffic via brand awareness and links. So what do we mean by this? Now, obviously, the first thing on this point is that digital PR can drive traffic via brand awareness. So, for example, if you create a big enough PR campaign that has a big enough splash in the media, you're going to get enough people interested in the campaign, reading about you and the campaign, that they're going to be Googling it, and that you'll be getting new traffic to your site that way. But the other, probably more important thing is that digital PR, when it gets links, can introduce new people to your site. And that's an opportunity for you to capture those users and build trust with some of those users and eventually funnel them down to a purchase. So, for example, if you're reading an article in Telegraph and your link within that article, and that link goes to a piece of hero content or to a blog, for example, if that blog resonates with that reader, they might be captivated by it, and particularly if you can then use internal linking within that page to push people further into the site as well, you'll have a real chance of capturing some of those users that click on that link and translating that into trust and eventually pushing them further down the line towards a purchase, and then hopefully even further down towards a repeat purchase. But the real key reason, and the primary reason, because it's the most effective, is that backlinks are really important for your content. They're really important for how well your content ranks. And it's certainly true that the more and better backlinks secured via digital PR, the higher you're likely to rank, or the higher any one piece of content is likely to rank. So it's important to note here, obviously, that links don't matter on their own. They matter in combination with a number of different things, and that there are a number of different ranking factors. Links are an incredibly important ranking factor, but also you have things like the quality of your content, the length of your content, the user experience, how well your content meets the search intent. So that is, addresses the question being asked by the user searching in Google. Those things are obviously really important. And if you get a ton of backlinks to one piece of content, that's not going to change how well it ranks for one particular keyword if the content on your page isn't up to scratch. So content's really important, as well as obviously the technical SEO aspects of your page too. And you probably heard a lot already in this course about the fact that if your site has no authority, it's unlikely to rank. And therefore you need backlinks generated through digital PR to help strengthen the authority of your website, which will help it rank. And that's certainly true for the whole entire site. And that's measured by domain authority. And if you haven't already watched the video on link metrics, I suggest maybe pausing this video and going to watch that video now, and then coming back to this one just to give you a bit of context. But page authority is also really important too, particularly when it comes to individual pieces of content. So say, for example, you had a product page or a blog or a hero content that you wanted to rank really well for a particular set of keywords. If that content is written really, really well, it meets the search intent, has a great user experience, and all other sort of technical SEO aspects are good on your website, then backlinks can really help to increase your position in the rankings. And all those things withstanding, if your competitor is in a similar place, it will tend to be true that the page that has the most backlinks pointing to that individual page will tend to rank higher. So how can this benefit your business? Well, obviously you want to be creating digital PR campaigns around particular pieces of content. So say it was, for example, you wanted search terms for a particular product to rank really well. You would obviously try and build links through digital PR to that particular product page. Or if it was for long tail keywords and you wanted to capture traffic when they're more at the general aware stage, then you'd obviously want to build links to blog content or hero content. And I'll give you a very quick example of how this can be beneficial. So here you'll see an example from our own website, from Koozai's website. So we've put in the search term above the line advertising. And this is one that we rank very well for. You can see we're in the first position, even though it's a relatively old blog from 2015, you can see that it still ranks really well for that particular key term. Now I'm going to use the mods toolbar, and we'll go through this in the link metrics video. So again, if you haven't watched that, I'd suggest watching that video first and then coming back to this one. But I'm just going to use the mods toolbar here. And by clicking on that, you'll see in black here under each search result, you can see a number of different metrics, and this tells us different things. So this tells us not only the page authority, but also so the page authority is the authority of the page overall, but it also tells us the backlinks and the referring domains. So you can see here that our content has got 209 backlinks from 70 referring domains, where the next competitor, which is a LinkedIn piece of content, has 144 links from 38 referring domains, and then the one underneath it, 120 links from 41 referring domains. So you can see here how having more and better quality backlinks has helped this particular page rank higher. And that can be really useful to know and really helps demonstrate why digital PR is very important, and why getting more backlinks can help your website or your individual piece of content rank higher in the SERPs, and as a result of ranking higher in the SERPs is more likely to achieve more traffic. In terms of how you can do that, we go through that in later videos within this section of the course. But that's it for this video, and I hope that you found that useful, and I will see you in the next video.